Well, good morning. Hope you all have had a good weekend, if I could even talk. Happy Tuesday, and I hope y'all are off to a wonderful start this week. I felt compelled to do this video this morning on three things, specifically three thoughts on life and business. I think, as most of y'all know, I'm coming off of a really rough month. I lost my mama, and I will tell you, it's a very surreal experience to be without parents, to be basically what people are referring to as an orphan now. I don't consider myself to be an orphan, but it is surreal not having your mama and your daddy in your life any longer. And it takes a lot of prayer and meditation and really strengthening that knowledge and faith that there is a higher power at work here, and this is definitely part of life and part of our journey. So with that being said, I had a couple of things that I wanted to share relative to life and business, and I'm really hoping it will help whomever is listening to this boost yourself up, give yourself a giant B12 shot in whatever stage you see yourself or find yourself in. So the first thing is, life and business is full of ups and downs. That goes without saying. So for those of us who think that gosh, you know, I'm going to just continue to excel and the ladder's going to keep going up and I'm going to never have a wobbly, as I call it, that's folly. We're going to all have wobblies, and we're going to all have challenging times in life and in business. And I think knowing that and coming to grips with that is the first step. And the second step of dealing with that is realizing that we do own our response to that. We own our attitude. My mama used to always say life is an attitude, and life is an attitude. And how we decide we're going to respond to whatever it is that life or business throws our way is definitely what's going to separate the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. And so that's the first thing that I wanted to just offer up is we own it. We own our life. We own our choices. My daddy used to say we own three things in life: your ABCs, your attitude, your behavior, and your choices. We don't own anybody else's, and nobody else owns ours. We own it. So when we have these ups and downs, which we invariably will have, those are the three things that we can actually take a hold of and wrestle to the ground to keep us moving forward in the direction that we want to go. That's the first thing. The second thing is, relative to business, people ask me, you know, Kristin, why in the world do you have multiple businesses? And, you know, what was your intention of starting yet another business? And I have a couple of thoughts on that. The first thing is, I really wanted to be in businesses that have four common denominators. The first is that they are continuing to innovate. You know, if you're in a business or in an industry that is not innovating, frankly, you'll die. You will be on a slow road to nowhere. Innovation in any business, particularly in a service-oriented or a product-oriented business, innovation is key. Innovation meaning new products, new services, new markets, new ways to market, new systems, new technologies, etc. So the first thing is, you know, Kristin, yeah, that's why I decided to get into the businesses that I'm in, was innovation and continuing to offer new products and services to the market. The second is I really wanted to be in a disruptive business. I don't believe that the status quo will continue to serve us well, either as business people or as a society. Disrupting businesses, whether that be the Ubers of the world, the Airbnbs of the world, or even, you know, my skincare business that is completely changing the way in which we are delivering a product to the market, that is where the future is. And disruption is good. Disruption is progress, and it's challenging the status quo, and it's forcing people who have been in that market for a long time to pivot and to keep their eyes open in a 360-degree manner so that we can respond and reach the market the way the market needs and wants to be reached. So that was the second thing, is I really wanted to be a part of a disruptive industry, and I wanted to drive a disruptive industry. And then the last thing, and I know y'all have heard me say this before, I'm a huge believer in having multiple revenue streams. And specifically to develop residual revenue streams. I think the days of having one revenue stream, even if they ever were acceptable or even expected, are over. We have to have more than one way to make an income. Most millionaires have between 8 and 10, and some have, I think Warren Buffett has close to 40. So those can be anything from investment interest from investments, real estate, oil and gas royalties, book royalties, multiple businesses, repurposing intellectual property online for a fee, lots and lots of ways to create multiple revenue streams. But that's the second reason why, or the third reason why I think I really wanted to address why I got into these businesses and what it was that I was trying to create in my own life. And the last point that I wanted to share today on this Tuesday morning is I've had a lot of conversations. Hey, Teresa, I've had a lot of conversations relative to, what it is that I'm trying to accomplish in my life and what it is that has driven me to do this late in life. I'm 58 years old. A lot of people my age are retired, playing golf on a golf course or eating bonbons in Florida somewhere. I'm not wired that way. I will probably never retire. I have a sacred responsibility and calling to create life as I want to contribute until the day I take my last breath. I think it is a sacred responsibility to actualize our fullest potential and to become all that we can be on this planet. And one way that we do that is we create value and we create businesses and we offer those services and products to those around us. So with that said, for people who are thinking, gosh, I don't know how I'm going to contribute in my life, or I'm miserable in my job, or I'm reaching a dead end. I wrote a book on that. I mean, the second book in my Is This Seat Taken book series was all about it's never too late to create the life you want and to contribute in the way you want. And I wanted to close out this video with my favorite quote from this second book. And it was from that fabulous movie, The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, which I loved that movie. It was such a B12 shot. And it was from Patel, the hotel manager. And the quote was, everything will be all right in the end. And if it's not all right, it's not the end. So for those of us who think, wow, I'm getting long in the tooth and I'm not establishing, what I want in life, I would leave you with that as your B12 shot on this Tuesday morning. It's never too late to create the life we want. I mean, that is the business that I'm in right now, is I believe that we can create the life we want without giving up the creature comforts that we want. They are not mutually exclusive. We can absolutely build the life we want. We can do so in an unconventional manner, meaning multiple revenue streams, multiple businesses. It doesn't have to be on the straight and narrow corporate ladder. It doesn't have to be through taking a technology company public. It doesn't have to be through something that is the new and improved economic way of making money. It can be a combination of all of that, and we own it. We own our ABCs. We own our choices and our attitudes and our behaviors, and that is absolutely what will distinguish us and will give us the fuel that we need going forward. So I hope that helps a little bit on this Tuesday. I think it's as much for me as it is for y'all, because we all need it. We all need to feel like that we can make it happen, and I do believe in my heart of hearts that we can make it happen. And the key is just to put our head down and to work and to change the way that we think and to embrace that mindset. So with that, I hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed Tuesday, and I will hopefully do another video here in a few days. Okay, make it a great week.